Hey, my fellow. I know, right?
Very specific.
Hey, my fellow creepers and demons. I am Firestrike from CMT Gamers Productions.
Darkmode.
And welcome to CMT Gamers Dark Mode.
Very scary.
Today I am
Ooh,
here
spooky.
with my, two of my teammates, or, team members, War and Dark Phantom. Creative Will is also here, since he's been here since the very beginning when we started with the Jeff the Killer saga. Today we have swapped out
Yes.
Biolante for two other members. Say hello, everyone, to Hornet and SCF. So, you may be wondering. Well, you guys already know what. You guys already know what the hell we're doing. We're doing Abandonded by Disney. Are we going to regret this? Most likely. If you guys have seen our homicidal review video, we're kind of on the fence about doing this right now.
I don't know why, but
Are we sincerely crazy?
indeed we are.
Definitely.
Hell,
This is my first creepy.
This is War's first experience. In fact, this is like quite a bit of people's first experience.
Lord.
Hornet's first experience.
It's legit just the three of us who are
SCF's
veterans.
experience. It's like, yeah. Back in our day, we did the
Back in May 2020.
we did the Jeff the Killer like almost a year ago.
Damn.
Wait,
Wait, damn!
I
It's
know,
been
right?
almost a
Hello
year.
there.
Wait,
And we have a
Swords.
new person here as well.
He is here to observe.
Yes, hello. We
He is here to observe our CMT Gamers Dark Mode.
Yeah, we are currently recording our fabulous video.
Fabulous.
Fabulous video on
Fabulous.
this.
Anyways.
Air quotes. Air quotes.
Anyways.
We shall
we start?
So segment
Shall we
one.
start?
This
Yes.
is how I'm gonna do it for this video. Segment one will be clap your hands together for Dark Phantom.
I guess. I mean, I don't even know if I'm on the right one, but
You should
I am
be.
going.
I sure hope you are.
Well, I checked it. There's
I
only
am
one
going to
abandoned-
drop a
there's only
massive-
one Abandoned by Disney on
Massive
on,
whatever,
Just do it.
and I'm gonna make sure that the first line is some of you may have heard that the Disney Corporation is responsible for at least one real
Yes.
live, in quotes, ghost town. Or Ghost Island, or whatever, about
You
to
are correct,
find
Mr.
out.
You are the right.
Good,
Continue.
great, yeah, Halloween
Jack
Town. This ain't no
Skellington's
Halloween Town. This is Disney built the
This is-
Treasure
I can-
Island Resort
I can al-
in Baker's Bay. Yay, in the Bahamas. It didn't start as a ghost town. Disney's cruise ships
No
would
fair.
actually stop at the resort and leave tourists there to relax in luxury. Apparently,
And then the cruise ships were never seen again.
this apparently was a fact. Look it
Our
up.
sacrifice.
Disney blew $30 million on this place. In fact, the website even says it itself. Yes, $30 million. And then they abandoned it. The end.
Wow, they're stupid.
Alright, so
Seems
second
like a
segment.
huge waste of money.
Creative Chaos. You are a ghost, sir.
You missed.
Yeah,
out
we
by
get it,
much.
Will.
Shut the
We
fuck
get it,
up.
Will. You're
I
creative.
will call you. I will call you what I want to call
You
you.
get it, Will. You are creative.
Even though we're here to make chaos, you want to be called Creative
Whatever, bro.
Will? Okay.
Disney blamed the shallow waters. Too
Wow,
shallow for
safety,
the
am I
ships
right?
To safely operate. And there was even blame cast on the workers, saying that since they were from the Bahamas, they were
And then
too
they were
lazy to work
fired.
on a regular
That's
schedule.
racist.
And then
They
they were
should-
fired.
They should get off their asses
That's
and
racist.
work.
That's where the factual nature of their story ends. It wasn't because of sand. It was and it obviously wasn't because of foreigners are lazy. Both are convenient excuses. No, I sincerely doubt those reasons are legitimate. Why don't I buy the official story? because of
Whatever the fuck that
Mowgli's
place is.
palace.
Okay, so
Uh,
I can already tell how bad this is gonna be.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I
don't
kind
even know what's
of.
going
Now that I'm
on.
reading it for
Um,
myself. Okay.
So let me just say this.
So yeah.
Yes, there is Treasure Island. That is an actual place.
But it's not even called that.
It is
It's
called
Discovery
Island. And yes, it was yes, it was sort of abandoned by Disney.
But it was abandoned because of
No,
bacteria
it was,
that was like really bad.
abandoned because they couldn't. Well, what the story actually said is true. It is factual. The ships couldn't be there since they kept on getting bigger and bigger ships for the Disney
And then
cruises.
boom, it was too shallow to operate.
Picture this, for instance, in a
Can't wait to
historical
get-
sense. Picture the cruise ship as, let's say, the HMS Hood from the Royal Navy in World War II. Exactly. And picture the shallow water as the Bismarck. You can see where that would go.
My God.
So, now, since... I'll go now, actually.
Alright.
Near the beachside city of Emerald Island in North Carolina, Disney began construction of Mowgli's Palace in the late 1990s. The concept was a jungle-themed resort with a large, you guessed it, palace in the center of the whole thing. If you're unfamiliar with the character of Mowgli, then you might remember the story The Jungle Book. If you haven't seen it anywhere else, you'd know it is a Disney cartoon from decades past. Mowgli is... Hornet? You literally just broke my concentration. Now I have to restart. Thank
Dun dun dun.
you. You can't bring up facts in the middle of someone reading.
Okay.
God.
Wait, I think I know where
he
you
did a
left off. You
whoopsie.
left off after from.
Yeah, I do. Mowgli is an abandoned child in the jungle, essentially raised by animals and simultaneously threatened/pursued by other animals. Mowgli's palace was a controversial undertaking from the start. Disney bought up a ton of high-priced land for the project, and there was actually a scandal surrounding some of the purchases. The local government claimed eminent domain on people's homes, then turn around and sold the properties to Disney. At the time, at one point, a home that had just been constructed was immediately condemned with no explanation. And basically, the land was grabbed by the government and was supposedly for some fictional highway project. Knowing full well what was going on, people started calling it Mickey Mouse Highway.
Very creative.
Now, the legitimacy of this part of the story is probably not true at all, considering that I've never heard of Mowgli's Palace. And if anyone wants to...
You know what's funny? I've actually looked it up.
Really? You looked it up?
Sorry, continue and I'll say it after. Yeah, I looked up Mowgli's Palace and
It
it's an
is?
actual thing. Yeah, funny
No.
thing is, when you look at Mowgli's Palace, you get some, like, either the Abandoned by Disney photo, which is the photo negative Mickey, or you get, like, the animatronics that is from
No,
that video game.
it's real.
No, I know it's real. I have I'm seeing photos here of...
No, like, I mean, it's on Treasure Island. So, made by Bright Sun...
Yeah, I remember
Oh my
that.
god. We know. Made by Bright Sun Films. But the legitimacy of it being in South Carolina, no. Just for story's sake. So moving on, the next part of the segment is for war.
Alright, okay.
Then
Which line should I start?
Then there,
CMT?
CMT.
Then there was the concept art.
Oh, okay, I'll start there. Okay. Then there was the concept art. a group of stuffed shirts from Disney Co. actually held a city meeting. They intended to sell everyone on how lucrative this project was going to be for everyone. When they showed the concept art, the gigantic Indian palace, surrounded by jungle, staffed with men and women in loincloths and tribal gear. Well, suffice to say, everyone flipped their shit.
I understand why, because that's actually kind of really, really racist. And
Yeah.
I don't mean to shit on anyone's parade who likes Disney, but Walt himself was a typical person in the United States during that time.
Well,
That's
also a lot of the people that he surrounded
exactly.
himself with.
Yes, you
Do
can,
I continue?
Yes, you can continue.
Do I continue, Fire Strike? Okay. We're talking about a large Indian palace jungle, and loincloths not only the center of a relatively wealthy area, but also somewhat xenophobic area of the southern USA. It was questionable mix at that point in history.
Oh.
Well, that's not surprising. Yes, you continue.
Do I continue?
You're
or
gonna
I
go.
don't
Yes,
You're gonna
you
go
may.
until so
What?
anyway. Okay.
know? Okay, cool. Alright, one member of the crowd tried to storm the stage, but he was quickly subdued by security after he managed to
The
break down
security
presentation
purposely
Nice.
waited until he broke that board over his knee.
He
Plot twist.
broke it
Yo,
over
I can
his
just
freaking
imagine
knee.
I can
Oof.
just imagine the security.
Breaks board over
no.
his knee. Security. You have to pay.
Damn, that guy
You
was
have to pay a
stupid.
huge
Moving
ass
on.
fine.
Moving on.
Okay.
No,
I don't know.
They
I
already.
believe they are. No, they
It's a
can't
band.
even.
Anyways,
Yeah.
okay, let me continue. Okay, Disney took that community and essentially broke it over its knee. As well, the houses were raised, the land was cleared, and there was a damn thing anyone could do or say about it. Local TV and newspapers were against the resort at the beginning, but some insane connection between Disney's media holdings and local venues came into play, and their opinions turned on a dime.
So now for this segment, it will siphon around to Hornet.
This was an interesting topic I just read.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Alright.
Here we go.
Tourists. Nice.
And you're gonna end it, I honestly, okay? Keep on going. Okay,
That
Dark
was not
Phantom.
supposed to be.
Well,
Yeah, I know.
as the thing continues, I honestly didn't give the place another thought since hearing it closed over a decade ago. I live maybe 4 hours from Emerald Isle, so I really only heard the rumblings and didn't experience any of it firsthand. Then I read this article from someone who had explored the Treasure Island resort and posted a whole blog about all the crazy shit he found there. Stuff just left behind, things smashed, defaced, probably ruined by the disgruntled former employees who lost their jobs. Hell, the locals from all around probably had a hand in wrecking that place. People there just felt as angry about Treasure Island as folks here did about Mowgli's palace. Plus, there were rumors that Disney had released their aquarium stock, in quotations, into local waters when they closed, including sharks. Who wouldn't want to take a few swings at some merchandise after that? You read it next, I'm done.
That's about right. Yes, sharks can live in that area of the world. So that is pretty legitimate. So I can't shit on that. So I'm actually kind of angry since Treasure Island is in the Bahamas and little ways south is the island of Exuma, where you can literally see sharks right next to the fucking rocks on the island. So, fuck that. Automatically. And if Disney actually let their stock out, no thank you. Just, no thank you. It wasn't even Eisner back then. It was 2003 at the point in the story. Who is this CMT you speak
here's
of?
a funny thing.
Wait, who was the original in 2003?
Yes. I will.
I'll remind you when it's time.
Yeah.
Wait, Colm, I'm gonna look it up actually.
think
Who's the
this is Bob
Disney
Maybe.
CEO? Did you say also 2003? You said.
2003 if.
You want?
Michael.
no,
Michael. Wait, it was Michael. Damn man, Eisner. Yeah, it was Michael Eisner. He was the Walt Disney Company with September 1984 till September 2005.
Interesting.
And now it's I
No,
believe
it's
it's Robert
Bob
Iger now,
Chapek.
right? If I'm not mistaken. Oh. How new is he to Disney?
Well, he
how new is he?
office in 2020. So I mean, 2020 was already shit.
So
Yeah.
have-
Anyways, who's
Okay,
reading the next
so
couple
It's
of
gonna
lines?
probably go back to creative Will over there.
Before I read the story, I'm looking at this site called Bustle, and it's like, oh, is it real? Like somewhat yes, but then they're like,
Somewhat
oh yeah, no, it's
yes,
fake, and I'm
but
like, no
somewhat
shit.
no.
It's both
Well,
real and fiction. It's
Like, I
combined
have to
anyways.
congratulate them with that, because they are actually mentioning some real stuff, like Treasure Island.
Yeah, like how it used to be called Treasure Island, then Discovery Island, then the animals were moved to
Animal
Animal
Kingdom.
Island. If Animal Kingdom, where did we leave off?
Left off, I think, after Dark Phantom said he wouldn't want to take a few swings at some merchandise. After
That was the
so
perfect
we are
place
at
to end
now.
off for me.
Yes. Yeah,
Cooling sharks. Well, what I'm getting at is that this blog about Treasure Island got me thinking. Even though many years have passed since its closing, I figured it might be cool to do some urban exploration at Mowgli's Palace. Take some photos, write about my experience, and probably see if there's anything.
What could
I can
possibly
take
go
home
wrong?
as a memento.
yes, the stupidity already.
What could
It's kind
possibly
of
go
like
wrong?
saying. It's kind of like saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to Jurassic Park and get a
I'm
memento."
gonna eat I see a random cookie on a highway. I'm eating that.
I'm not going to say I wasted no time in getting there, because usually, honestly, it took me another year after I first found that Treasure Island article to go around to going up. Wait, what? To get around to going up to
Emerald Isle.
Emerald Isle. Okay, I think I found the first grammatical
Yay!
error regardless.
Whoa.
Over the course of that year, I did a lot of research on the Palace Resort, or rather, I tried to. Naturally, no official Disney site or resource made any mention of the place that had been scrubbed clean. Even odder, however, was that nobody before myself had apparently thought to blog about the place or even post a photo. None of the local TVs or newspaper sites had one word about the place. though that was to be expected since it had all swung Disney's way. They wouldn't be out there lounging
about.
their embarrassments, Continue or. Recently, I learned that corporations can actually ask Google, for example, to remove links from search results. That is true. You can pay Google to remove shit that is on the internet. Basically, for no good reason. What do you mean, no, for no good reason?
No, whatever.
Looking back, it's probably not that nobody spoke of the resort, but rather their words were made inaccessible.
So that's some pretty good foreshadowing, but it's also kind of like saying, "Oh yeah, whatever." But it's also like, imagine this: the Disney ninjas are just hearing us reading this fucking story, and they're coming right now.
You wanna know why?
Why?
You wanna know why that's not gonna fucking happen? We're just people. We're reading a story that's
I don't know, man.
semi-realistic.
Semi-fictional, somewhat fact.
Yeah, it's somewhat fact, but it's not like they actually.
Yeah,
have
look.
that.
Oh wow, there's some random Mickey Mouse on the island. Bam.
Okay, so I guess it's my turn. Screw it then. So in the end, I could. Nope, yes, okay, that's right. So in the end, I could barely find the place. All I had to go on was some old as hell map I'd received in the mail.
Where the hell do you get a mail?
It was a promotional.
Oh, never mind. I never read the head. Yay.
It was a promotional item sent out to people who had recently been to Disney World, and I guess I had been there in the late 80s. That was recent.
More like coincidence. Am I right?
I didn't really intend to hang on to it. It just got shoved in my books and comics from my childhood. I only remember it months into my research, and even then it took me a few weeks to locate the storage bin my parents had shoved it all into. But I did find it. Locals were no help, and most of the transplants who had moved to the beach in recent years, or old residents who had just sneered at me and made rude gestures the second I managed to say, "Where would I find Mowgli's?" The drive took me through an inordinately long corridor of overgrowth. Tropical plants that had run rampant and overpopulated the area mixed with the native species of flora and that actually belonged there and had tried to reclaim the land. Now, if it was only abandoned 10 years and there's already overgrowth, I would assume that Disney would want, like, this fictional Disney would want it really under wraps. So, but honestly,
Is this in the story?
No, I'm saying my opinion right now. But honestly, Disney has done some shady shit in our real world.
Some.
So I'm not at all shocked that Disney is in the stories actually doing this. But moving on. Wart, go ahead.
All right. Let me see where my line is again.
That's your line.
I was in awe.
What?
Who?
He joined?
Spotpad.
What?
He joined and left. Anyways,
Oh, hi, Bresca Swords. What are you writing?
Yeah, I was.
Alright then.
Woo, then.
Okay, what was my
I
line
was in
again?
awe.
Because I got confused. What the?
Yes.
I was in awe?
When I reached the front
I
of
was
the
in
gates
awe when I reached the
of the
front of the
resort.
kids of the resort. That's the first part of the line.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you lose your spot?
Wait 1 second. Wait.
Jesus.
I
No.
know. Okay. You said
Yes.
gates, right?
Yeah. It's right before the first Abandoned by Disney is mentioned in
Which
the, in the
is
story.
also like 5 times in the story.
So
Yes.
it was I was
Yes.
in awe. Is that what I said?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Ren. That's right.
Okay, that makes way more sense. Okay. Alright. I was in awe when I reached the front gates of the resort. Tremendous, monolithic wooden gates whose supports on either side looked like they must have been cut from giant sickways. The gate itself had been gouged in several places by woodpeckers and eaten away at the base of by burrowing insects. Hanging on the gate.
No, sorry, I'm looking at what sick ways are. I think it's a tree.
I never
Yeah, I
heard of
think
them.
they're
I was gonna ask that
native
after.
to the southern United States.
Alright, anyways, hanging on the gate was a sheet of metal, some random scrap, with hand-painted letters scrawled in black. Abandoned by Disney. Clearly the handwork of some past local or an employee who wanted to make a
Hold on.
small protest.
No,
Understandable.
exactly,
due to the
but Abandoned by
circumstance.
Disney.
Yeah.
Get it?
But
Because it's
okay.
hand-painted
You know,
letters
Alright, the
scrolled in
way-
black.
Continue.
So it's kind of like, don't open dead inside.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yes.
Does that continue,
Um,
Fire Strike? Okay. Okay. The gates were open enough to walk through, but not drive. So grabbing my digital camera and the map, whose flip side showed a layout of the resort, I set
Fool.
off on foot. Okay, this guy's already being stupid. Okay. Good job, whoever did that.
Explorers
Good
aren't usually
job.
the brightest.
Oh my god.
No. No, they're not.
Especially
Literally,
if they're white.
no. No.
No.
Am I wrong?
Okay, do I continue? I'm curious to where this is
It
gonna go
is now
next.
time for Hornet.
No.
Alright.
That was like a small segment for me.
No,
wasn't
wait, what? Hold up,
Wait,
what?
what?
it? Wasn't that a small
Oh, wait.
segment?
No,
for
I said
War?
Hornet.
Whatever. Continue.
Am I losing?
No, you're not.
No, it's because I had a little bit left, and the Leo's just questioning why I should finish
Whatever.
it or something. I don't know.
No, I'm asking why was Wars shorter?
Well,
Then
you can
the rest of
continue
ours.
until the end of the next paragraph, and we'll do Hornet.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
All right, good.
All right. So
Yeah,
am I
you're
doing
doing
it or
it.
Hornet's doing
You're
it?
doing
Next
the
paragraph
inner
will be-
grounds. You're doing
Okay. What's the
inner
line?
grounds, the inner
What's the line again?
grounds of the
the inner
place.
grounds.
Okay. Okay. The inner grounds of the place were just an overgrown as the entryway. Palm trees stood untended and dragged among piles of their own coconuts. Okay. Banana plants simply stood in their own stinking? Okay. Bug riddled, refuse. There was sort of
Order
clash
and
between
chaos.
order and chaos.
Let's
Yep.
go.
Splatoon reference as carefully planted rows of perennial flowers
Weed.
mixed with obnoxious tall weeds.
Ah, yes,
I never
weeds
knew
are
weeds could be
obnoxious.
obnoxious and stinking.
Even in real life,
Yeah, in
they're
PvZ
obnoxious.
they are.
Moving on, and stinking.
Blackened mushrooms. Yeah, stinking blackened
Hornet,
mushrooms.
your turn. This is fucking no. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
The weather.
Third one.
If this was abandoned decades ago, this place would have been destroyed.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't completely shatter
Moving
it.
on. Oh no.
Oh God.
Can't even say bird shit. Yay, blue of bird shit.
Okay, at least with
how did
homicidal
he say
VU,
bird
it took
shit? How
me
did he
until a
say-
pedophilia shit to start laughing.
Wait, my question is, how did he say?
He couldn't
how
even
did
say
he
shit
bird
without
How did he say
snickering.
bird shit?
Humor, am I right?
He said with a silly grin.
I can't even. I can't. Who says that with a straight face?
Everyone must.
We're just
Everyone
gonna let
must
Creative
have
Will
said
finish that sentence off because Hornet failed.
bird shit. Bird shit.
Oh Jesus! All right, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this one. Yeah, I'm gonna do this last part.
Hey, hold on.
Leo, no, I'm
Be
doing it.
taller.
I'll
Do
do
you
it.
want me to read it or not?
He was frozen in a jovial rave
Right.
toward no one, staring into empty space with a silly, toothy grin as bird shit covered whole swaths of his fur, and vines ensnared his platform.
Alright.
Hornet,
Should I just continue?
Okay.
It's nasty.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it.
Alright,
Fuck
great.
it. Continue.
I approached the main building, the palace, only to find the outside of the building covered in graffiti where the original paint hadn't sealed and chipped away. The front doors weren't just open, they had been taken off their hinges and were stolen. Damn, imagine stealing a door and selling it on the black market.
You could have just said they were off their hinges.
Are you
and
sure
not
they were
said
stolen,
not
or were
only
they
just
stolen by the
open.
weather? Yo, the weather just goes. It's like, I would like a purchase of your finest doors.
Nah, I feel like Creative Will just teleported in and said, "Oh, I need new doors for my cottage."
Well, it is a mix. It is a mix of chaos and order. So that sounds logical.
What? I'm gonna take fucking
Yeah,
doors.
yeah, you definitely do
Probably
that.
took it-
Island.
You probably took it.
Anywho, enough of doors. I'm gonna continue.
What,
Above the front doors. Oh wait, so all of a sudden the doors are here now. Alright. Or the gaping maw
Above
where
the
they
door
had
frame.
been, someone had once again painted Abandoned by Disney. Dun dun dun. I wish I can tell you about all awesome stuff I saw inside the palace. Forgotten statues, abandoned cash registers. Let me guess, he stole some money probably. A full-fledged secret society of homeless bums? But no. The inside of the building was so stark, so bare, that I actually think people had stolen the molding off the walls. Okay, who steals rotten stuff? I can't. Anything that was too big to steal, counters, desks, giant fake trees, were all resting amid this empty echo chamber that amplified my every step like a slow rat-a-tat of a machine gun.
That's
Anyone want?
interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Anyone
back
want to
to
take
Hornet.
after me? Yeah, Hornet.
Hornet, you're redeeming yourself now.
Bird shit.
Yeah, at least the doors in that room
Can
weren't
we get
stolen.
through a thing without you laughing?
Well, I
about
mean,
that?
I'll give the kitchen that. At least the doors weren't stolen.
So you're laughing
Shit,
whenever
piss
the
and
word
shit.
pisses around.
We're never gonna
dumb.
get through this. Continue.
That's what everyone does. That's a normal thing.
Humor. Surprised it wasn't stolen.
What wasn't stolen?
Yeah. Cuts of meat.
Meat.
What, you never heard of meat hooks
no.
before, my man?
I
No.
mean, meat.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it's totally beef. Yep, totally beef. Yep.
It's not.
Who
not a
hangs
human
It's
meat?
organ.
totally.
Did they forget to
freaking
take the meat out of the building? Damn, they like stealing doors, but not
Okay,
the
no,
meat.
Are they
Let's
beating
continue.
their? Wait, no,
Guys.
no. Are they
Guys.
beating? No,
Guys.
Holy
Dark
fuck.
Let's
Phantom.
continue.
Dark Phantom. Are they
Jesus
beating their
fucking
meat
Christ.
to give them something good to eat?
Okay, and
Hornet, continue.
yeah,
Beating
no.
their meat to get something
Hey, I think we need a
Okay.
Let's do a little intermission to just clarify how bad the story is already. So, it is
let's
a
go.
wonderful mix of fiction and fact. I especially love Treasure Island being in there, and that they are saying
I'm
some
starting to
factual
lose it
things.
with the whole doors getting
Mowgli's-
stolen though. These people like stealing doors but not
Mowgli-
cash registers.
Mowgli's palace is completely fictional, for what I know.
Excuse me. Who?
Oh my god, who?
No, Mowgli's palace
Who's-
is real.
who
from
is
what I
this?
know.
Ah, fucking mind you.
Who's what?
Mind you, Dark
Creepy.
Phantom, we already have your real name in the credits, remember?
Yeah, well still.
The-
Who?
The power
In
of
Games Productions.
Yeah.
the
Exactly.
power of wind.
Your real
The
name's
power
there.
of wind.
Your real name's there. All of our real names are there. Yay.
Which were people
Exactly.
in
But
freaking
again, we're
doors.
still going to continue to use the codenames war, so.
Creepy.
War for
You
God's
just made a joke.
Really?
No, it wasn't. It was
I'm surprised
really,
they steal the door. They steal the door
awkward.
and not the meat.
Oh. Okay, so we're gonna let.
Really now?
What? Did they forget to
Come
steal
on.
that too now?
When are you off
What?
your antipsychotics again?
How do you know you're about to?
Fuck
You're about to
my
cause
life.
one to appear.
Okay,
Wait, I'm
Hornet.
lost. What's going on?
Hornet, get back to it, please.
Come on, it's been 37 minutes.
Usually
Let's
you
do
shit over
this.
Hornet.
Please.
Why did you have to do that?
Creepy.
Uh-oh. Creepy.
Yeah, well,
It's called wind.
yeah, the wind's the thing that's been stealing the
Have you
doors.
heard of that?
The building's the one that steals the doors.
How is that entertaining?
Uh-oh. Creepy.
Uh-oh. Creepy. Fifi.
Okay, Ron, shut it and continue, please.
Yeah, moving on.
No, really.
No, really.
And then they just...
Oh boy. Okay, Creative Will, bring it back.
Ah, great. What's odd is that the toilets and the sink and the
Vedettes?
how do you say this? The bidets in the ladies'
Not
bathroom.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Way to point that you went in the ladies' room.
Right.
It's not like anyone was gonna
It's-
see you
all-
unless if it was the person stealing doors.
all all dripped, leaked, or just ran freely. It seemed to me that they should have shut the water off long ago.
No, I got a better
So why
question.
water
Why the fuck are they
Because
stealing
fuckers.
doors?
Ay,
I am not gonna get over that. Who the hell steals doors?
ay.
Smashing the door is one thing.
I know. I just had that idea. Okay.
We're gonna lose the
we just show
recording,
it
and
together,
it's just gonna be
Okay.
50 minutes of me talking about how the fuck you still a
Guys!
Come on, let me freaking
Focus, please.
Okay, where was I? Alright, here. There were plenty of rooms in the resort, but naturally I
Okay.
didn't have time
Alright,
to
tell
look
me the
through,
line
them,
again.
Through them all. The few
No,
I
just tell
did
me the
peer into
line. I
were
wanna
similarly
read, come on.
wrecked, and didn't expect to find anything there.
Okay, now I know where
thought
it
there
is.
was
Never mind.
actually wait,
Actually, a
what? I
television
thought
or
there was
Okay,
actually
so-
a television or radio.
Am I
in the
number 1 or
room.
number 2?
I was really think I heard
Okay.
as I really think I heard a quiet
Your
conversation
father told
coming
you.
up. I mean, to be fair, that would be creepy.
Ooh.
So, though it was like a whisper, probably my own breathing echoing in the silence. You're echoing in the silence. That's not no. Or just another case of the sound of flowing water
Du, du, du.
playing tricks on the mind. That is what.
So I'll
sounded
be number
like.
1, someone else be number 2. I
Well,
don't believe it. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Alright, sorry for the interruption.
That's not what you're supposed to say,
Because
mate.
I had. Cause, anyways, yeah, okay. So,
Then I guess
tell me
I'll be
where it is,
number
'cause
2.
literally, my mom
Your
called me.
father, yeah.
Are you even there? Are you even
Oh,
at the part?
I approached the python and snapped a
Yes,
photo.
he's the one.
Then
he's,
I
he's the one that's number
stood-
two.
Then I stood on my toes and snapped another.
He's not even
I
there.
moved closer again to get the detail of his face.
If I tell you the line, then it's
Father's
basically just gonna be
number
me
one,
saying
number
it.
Okay, slowly, casually, the python lifted its head and looked directly into my eyes, turned and
You're number
slithered
two.
off the
You're number two. You need to
pedestal
read your
across
father.
the grass and into the trees. All 80 feet of it. Its head long disappeared into the woods
possibly
before its
just-
tail left the
So,
sending spot.
my turn. I know. That
Damn,
sounds
man.
ridiculous.
Damn.
I'm just telling you what I experienced. Why I thought there might have been something running in that room, or worse, some vagrants who had holed up there probably would have.
Yeah, because they want that.
Yes,
They,
please.
they want.
Bruh.
No, they don't want you to
Um,
know that they've been stealing doors.
Please do.
Wait.
At the front, at the front doors of the palace, get mad just right as addicted to the front doors.
Right there on
This
the
man,
floor.
every time somebody installs a front
I
door,
I figured I
Should've
hadn't
known. I'd read
I
about the
have-
treasure-
hadn't
treasure aisle, and I should have
found
known
anything
they'd
of
done
note
this.
and wasted the chip up. As I looked at the door, I noticed something interesting in the courtyard. I apparently missed something that would have given me at least one thing to show for my trouble, even if it was just one photograph. There was a lifelike statue of a python, maybe 80 feet long, coiling up and setting itself on the pedestal right in the center of the area. It was almost time for the sun to start setting, so light fell onto the object in a perfect way for a photograph. And back to war it goes. I approached. Yes.
Yes.
Nice.
Jesus Christ, it didn't even bother with the fucking. Since when do pythons never bother?
I don't know.
Maybe it wasn't hungry.
Wow. Ate that many years. I guess it ate the door thieves and thought
Alright.
it was good.
Continue.
No,
Continue.
that's not.
Wait, what? No. No.
War, continue, please. And now, Dark Phantom.
I was dumbfounded, just utterly stupefied. My mouth must have been hanging open for the longest time before I came back down to earth and snapped it shut. I blinked a few times and backed away from where the snake had been, back toward the palace. Even though it was totally gone, I still wasn't taking any chances and backed my way into the building. It took a few deep breaths and It took a few deep breaths and slaps in my own face to get myself right in my head after that. I looked for a place to sit down, as my legs are feeling a bit jelly at this point, of course. And of course, there was no place to sit down unless I wanted to recline in the broken glass and dead leaf carpet or haul myself up on a desk of questionably reliability. I had seen some stairs near the palace's lobby and decided to go have a seat there until I felt better. The staircase is far enough away from the front of the building to be relatively clean, save for a startling accumulation of dust. I pull a wedge of metal off the wall, once again painted with the Abandonded by Disney motto I'd become accustomed to. And I placed the wedge on the stairs and set it to keep at least somewhat clean. Someone else take it.
Alright, it is now time for Hornet.
Oh, so he's the door thief. Dun dun dun.
Damn it.
Including the doors, apparently.
Mighty sus.
Yeah.
Mighty
Exactly. Back to you,
convenient.
Creative Will.
Oh. The mascot-only area was a startling and very welcome change from the rest of the building I'd seen. For one, every second or third, fluorescent light overhead was illuminated, even though they flickered and faded randomly. Also, nothing had been stolen or broken, even if age and exposure were definitely taking their toll.
Bees.
Yeah, flickering
Flickering.
lights.
How do the lights even still fucking work?
Tables and notepads and pens.
Alright.
There were clocks, even a punch-in clock on the wall, complete with
The door
filled-out
wouldn't
time
open at
cards
first. I figured
Chairs
that it was
with,
probably where the costumes were kept. And I definitely want to photograph
scattered
that
around.
twisted,
Chairs were
stinking
scattered
mess.
around. And there was
I
even
don't
a
freaking
small
know.
break room in an old
Try as I might,
static field
whatever angle
television
or trick I
and
tried, the
long,
door wouldn't
rotted out
budge.
food and drinks
Time to
in
kick
the
the
corners.
freaking door open.
On the counters, sorry.
Ow, my leg. That
It was like one of those post-apocalyptic movies where
that is
everything is
until
left in a
I
state
gave up
of
and started to walk
evacuation.
away. I'm a coward.
As
That
I
was
walked in the
when there
maze-like
was a slight
sub-basement hallways
popping
of the
sound and
mascot-only
door
area,
cracked open slowly.
the sights just became
yeah,
more
exactly.
and more interesting. As I
No,
entered
first
further,
he's like, I injured
desks
my
and
foot.
tables were
I'm
knocked
leaving,
over,
and then he
papers
like,
scattered and almost
curiosity is
melded
taking over.
with the damp floor.
Inside
and
the
a
room
large
was completely
carpet of
dark, pitch
mold
black. Oh,
slowly
the boogeyman.
overtaking
Oh,
the
beware,
real
there's a boogeyman in here.
rotted
I used the
crimson
camera
floor
flash to
covering.
look for the light switch in the wall by the door, but there was nothing.
Continue.
Dun
No,
dun dun. As I made
Alright.
my search,
Everything was
I was
just
jarred out
sort
of
of
my sense of
squishy.
excitement by a loud electrical buzz. Rows
Anything
of lights
would
overhead
disintegrate
suddenly
into
flashed to
mush
light,
when I
flickering
applied,
and fading in and
least-
out like the rest
the
I had
least amount
passed.
of
Oh my
force.
freaking god.
Clothing items
Gross.
hanging on hooks in one of the rooms simply fell to the moist threads.
Curiosity
if
is
I
not
tried
that good.
to One
At
thing
this
that
point,
annoyed me
yeah.
the
At this
mo-
freaking point,
One
yeah.
thing that annoyed me
Alright, should I continue?
was that light coming from the sparse and unreliable as
Okay.
I further.
As I made my search, I was
Further
short
went
on my
into the
sense of
dank.
excitement, but
Yo, it's dank. Nah, further way into
Dank,
the dark.
dank could also mean
Fucking
dark as well.
Shit.
Well, I know it does.
Okay, fine, okay. It took a
Fucking
second for my
depth
eyes to
of the
adjust.
the
I can
place.
see! And it seemed
Everything-
like the light was going to
eventually,
just
I
keep
reached
getting
a black and
brighter
yellow
till the
strip
bulb.
It's a bee.
Oh, so the sun's
It's a
trying to burn
giant
my
bee.
eye sockets? But
with
But just when I
words
thought it would reach the
character
critical
prep
stage, the
one
lights dimmed and a bit
stenciled
steady. Well,
on.
that's not concerning at all.
onto you war.
The door wouldn't open at first.
Invisible nooses.
Were you not following?
It's near the end. It's near the end. The door wouldn't open at first. That's your line. It's after character prep 1. You can't miss it.
Yeah. No. Wait, what? No. No, we're
No.
way
Wait,
down.
you have not
I
been
said
following.
Yeah,
Look
the
for
door
look for
wouldn't
character
open.
prep 1.
What are you doing? Photography,
Why?
views, money.
No, I'm getting the
Nope.
fuck out of here.
Freaky.
Mm-mm.
God, fuck that.
Spelling error. By the door.
I would
have not even
Oh,
went
same.
there in the
Fucking
first
fast.
place.
No, I would have probably brought in like I would have just brought in a gun, just to go like pew pew. Yes.
Yes.
Continue for one more paragraph. One more sentence.
Didn't you just read this?
You just read that. It took a second for my eyes to adjust.
Nice.
And you're
Yeah.
telling
Alright,
me you would
Dark
actually
Function.
stay in this
I'm not
building.
Your
Alright.
turn.
The room was exactly as I pictured it. Various Disney costumes hung on the walls, fully put together like strange cartoon cadavers hung from invisible nooses. Or invisible nooses.
What the
Are they are
This
are
dude
they,
has-
are they
this dude has a
floating?
messed
Are they
up-
floating? This guy's going crazy.
You'll float too.
No, they're on
Who knows?
There's an entire rack of lion claws and native clothes on hangers toward the back. What I found odd is when what I wanted to photograph right away was a Mickey Mouse costume at the center of the room. Unlike the other costumes, it was lying on its back in the center of the floor like a murder victim. The fur on the costume was rotten and shedding, creating bare patches. What was even odder was the coloring of the costume. It was like a photo negative of the actual Mickey Mouse. Black where he should have been white, and white where he should have been black. His normally red overalls were light blue. Fuck. Okay, that's weird. The place had nothing to do with Mickey, but hey, it's Disney. We gotta throw it everywhere. And then the site was off-putting enough that I actually put off photographing the thing until last. I took a... Yeah, I don't know why you didn't just take a picture of that thing first. That off-putting, huh? I took a picture of the costumes hanging on the walls. Upward angles, downward angles, side shots to show an entire row of frozen putrid cartoon faces. Some with plastic eyes missing. Yeah. Then I decided to take a stage shot, just one of the bed-ragged characters' heads on the slick, grimy floor. Why would you do that?
It is now time for Hornet for like 3 sentences because we are getting very close
This
to that.
is...
Thank Lord.
Yes.
It's soon to be an hour.
Yes, it's almost time.
Wait, what?
It's
Yeah.
almost time for
Yeah, let's
his
quickly
Can we
do
go
it.
fast?
Please.
Yes, please.
Oh God.
What the fuck?
Damn.
Stupid. 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 Stupid.
Okay, time for Creative Will. Go.
I need proof of what happened, especially if Disney was going to somehow make this go away. I had no doubt in my mind, right from the start, that even if it was just gross negligence, Disney was responsible for this. Whatever. That's when Mickey, that photo negative, opposite Mickey in the middle of the floor, started to get up. First sitting up, then climbing to its feet. Then the Mickey Mouse costume or whoever was inside of it stood there at the center of the room, its fake face just staring directly at me as he mumbled no over and over and over. With shaking hands, a violent thrashing heart, and legs that had once again turned to jelly, I managed to lift the camera and aim it at the opposite creature, now quietly sizing me up. That's not. The digital camera screen display only dead pixels in the shape of the thing. Wait, what?
Alright. My turn. My turn.
Go ahead.
So, you went off to the... It was a perfect silhouette of the Mickey costume. As the camera moved in my unsteady hands, the dead pixels spread, mirroring the screen wherever the Mickey's outline moved to. Then the camera died, went blank and quiet and broken.
SCF, get ready.
I raised my eyes once again to the Mickey costume. Hey.
Hey, that was supposed to be SCS,
No,
like.
never
No,
mind.
that's SCS.
It said,
Wait for that.
No, hold on.
Wait.
It said
Hold on.
in a hush, perverted but perfectly executed in Mickey Mouse voice.
Say it.
Go ahead, SCF.
Hey, want to see my head come off?
Oh god. You made it more scary.
It started to pull at its own head, working its clumsy, glove-clad fingers around its neck with a clawing, impatient movement similar to a wounded man trying to pull himself free of the predator's jaws. As it worked its digits into its neck, so much blood, so much thick, chunky, yellow blood. I turned away as my heart sickened, tearing off of cloth and flesh.
Sonny,
Only cared
Have a
about
great
getting
night,
away
Bill. Bye.
above the doorway out of this room. I saw the final message clawed in metal with bone or fingernails. Abandoned by God. I never got the pictures out of the camera. I never wrote the blog entry about it. After I ran from that place, I fled for my sanity, if not my very life. I knew why Disney didn't want anyone to know about this place. They didn't want anyone like me getting in. They didn't want anything like that getting out. And that is the story of Abandoned by
Are we done? Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit! We have like 3 minutes left.
Yeah.
Simple. Cause, creepypasta
yeah.
factor.
Actually, you want to know what's my biggest question?
No,
Yep.
who took the doors? No, my question is who wrote "Abandoned by God," right? Because if it's with bones or fingernails, it has to
Someone
be like,
had to die, and honestly, since this is a part of the main creepypasta universe, we can assume that it may have been one or two people. One of two.
Actually, you want to know a funny thing? I think if I remember, there's actually
No,
a
thank you.
sequel to this story. It's not an official one, but it talks about how the mascots now roam the island and kill anyone that
Five Nights
get
at
on.
Freddy's.
But here's the thing though.
Do.
Here's the thing though. It's described.
We have, like, 2
Fire Strike. They describe it as they eat the.
So it's FNAF.
Like,
people that come
I
on the
mean,
island,
like,
if I recall.
whoever could have killed those staff in that building, I kind
I don't
of
think the
no,
staff
I
were
kind of
dead, right?
assumed that if Disney wanted to make this hush hush, but something, who's the killer that we know in a creepypasta that we can just connect this just for the sake of theories?
Or
Jeff
Jeff the Killer or
something.
Homicidal You, because they're happy.
literally anyone, who knows?
Since they work at Disney, they're happy.
That's fucking...
Some
Exactly.
Who
So
knows?
anyways,
Maybe
guys,
it's
this will
maybe
be-
yeah.
Our last creepypasta until we find another one, which will probably be Slenderman.
Hey.
So, enjoy that. This has
How
been
fun.
Fire Strike.
Dark
Say your guys'
Phantom.
names.
Creative Will. Yes.
Signing off. Have a
Creative
great
Will. So,
night,
yeah.
everyone.
Yes.